Maintaining security, privacy, and anonymity can be a complex thing. In order to achieve good security, good privacy, and to be anonymous, you must understand detail. So the course goes in depth. It is both broad and in depth. Any course that just touches on the surface of security will leave gaps, and any gap makes you vulnerable. So any course that attempts to help protect you online has to have some depth and breadth to it, or it would fail to teach you enough so you can protect yourself online. But just because the topic is in depth and complex doesn't mean it's not possible to learn. If you find the topic interesting, then that's all you'll need. I recommend making notes, read around the topics we cover, and feel free to ask questions when you have them. I provide lots of external references to websites, reports, news articles, Wikipedia, and so on. It's not necessary to read them all. These are just for further reading if you want to go further into the topic. I also recommend setting up a test environment in order to practice what you learn, and I'll teach you how to set up a test environment later on in the course. One of the best ways to learn is to learn to teach someone else. If you have in your mind that you need to teach what you are learning to someone else after, or actually do teach someone else, that will really help you retain what you learn. According to a psychology report, learners retain approximately 90% of what they learn when they teach someone else, or if they use it immediately, which is why I recommend you learn it from the perspective that you're going to teach someone else or actually teach someone else, and you set up the test environment so you can use these things immediately. This is not a course for you just to watch and listen and then forget. This is a course for you to actually learn and then be able to practically apply. And also, learners retain approximately 75% of what they learn when they practice what they learned. And you can see some of the other statistics here. There are many referenced items in this course, and most of them are free. I've made an effort to make sure that they are free, but you may want to purchase additional software, hardware, and services that are discussed in this course. An example could be you want to buy a VPN, or you want an email service, or you want to buy a hardware router, or you want to pay for a virtual machine, and so on. Although it's absolutely not necessary to buy anything to understand this course, I'm just letting you know that you may wish to make additional purchases after you learn certain topics, and I have no affiliation with any of the products that are discussed in this course. They are only what I recommend or what are required to know about in order to understand the topic. I cover different operating systems on the course, and it may be you never have any intention to use a particular operating system that I'm talking about. When I am talking about a particular operating system, I make it clear most often in the title, so you can potentially miss those videos if you wish. Like, for example, Windows 10. You may never have any intention to use that, so therefore there may be no point in watching a video that teaches you how to change the privacy settings. So as I said, you might choose to skip those sections as they're not relevant to you, but that's up to you. I don't recommend you skip the sections on Linux particularly, because when it comes to serious security and privacy, the Linux and Linux type operating systems really are required. Certification and accreditation. I am developing an official accreditation and certification for this course. If that is something that interests you, then please keep an eye out for updates on this. Contact me to register your interest here. And some final advice. Take affirmative action. Knowledge is no good if it's not applied. Most people will listen to some of this course and apply only a bit of it. But if the consequences of a breach in your security, privacy, or anonymity is high, then you have to take affirmative action and apply the techniques I teach you here. And finally, my hope is that the information in this course will be used positively to improve people's freedom, security, privacy, anonymity, and above all, liberty. Please do no harm with this information and stay legal.